And we have returned! Ascension eSports Elder League, Masked Penguins versus Relegades Incorporated. We are on to a game 4. We have a series at last. Masked Penguins losing both games early on, looking now to actually complete a reverse sweep. Is it possible? We're gonna find out soon enough, but for now, I'll spark my co-caster. What do you think about this series so far?
I think that there's entirely the possibility that this is still, it is obviously still in the Relegades' favor, but it's definitely not far from over for the Relegades because they were looking very in control of that third game, but then they just had a lot of bad decisions coming in, a lot of lost team fights, and then it didn't work out for them. They ended up losing that game, but if they can just play smarter, maybe switch around their picks a little bit, they can pull this off. But the same goes for the Masked Penguins because the Draven, not quite as effectual as it could have been, although the snowballing did help. I think that if they put Demagrio on another type of champion that was pretty good at that type of thing, maybe like a Jinx. I don't know, I like Jinx, okay? Silly. But I think that pick changes need to be done for both sides if they're looking to get this game in their favors.
Yeah, most definitely. It's an uphill battle, because you gotta win 3 in a row in order to make it to the next part of this playoffs. So it's not the easiest thing to do, especially when you've been destroyed 2 games straight. But it does seem they've gotten their mentality back together. They did ban out the Ivern. It worked out wonders for them, as White Raw was just not as effective on the Vi as he was on the Ivern.
I think that they've generally learned what works for them, and I think that if Masked Penguins stick to what's working for them, they can pull this off. Like putting Piccolo Jack on a tank, that Gragas, he was so tanky in that fight. Having that Curse of Colossus in those late game team fights meant that he was just unkillable. Taking advantage of, and the thing is that also goes for the Relegades. There's just so much to learn from that third game. White Rock going a little bit too ham a lot, being that Vi, that diver, using that assault battery maybe he shouldn't have on targets that maybe he shouldn't be going for. So,
yeah, he had quite a bit of a trigger figure on that, didn't he?
Yeah, so if they can fix that for the side of the Relegades, it goes in their favor for this game. And maybe they play a little bit better, maybe they don't lose so many team fights, but it's just a lot of things to learn, and it depends on what lessons these players take and what they apply to this game. I don't think that there will be terribly many changes in pick ban here. I still think that it's necessary for Masked Penguins to keep banning what they've been banning, double banning White Raw, and then banning out one of Red Flame Evolved's champions. Potentially there could be a ban change out of Relegades, but I don't think any one champion on the side of Masked Penguins was like super dominant in that series. Potentially the Ahri, because Autumn Rain did work. But Autumn Rain has a very large champion pool, so he can play a lot of other stuff.
So we are into Champion Select now. Hasn't been the friendliest of games.
Yeah, not really.
Penguins, but it does seem they got their draft together now.
Hopefully that they will do. So this is going to be the Relegades on blue side now. So they're probably not going to ban Lulu this time because they tend to ban Lulu when they're on red side. So that frees up another one of their bans to ban something else.
End of the line.
Waves ban coming out.
Never being allowed for White Raw.
Yep.
But you know what else isn't allowed?
2 bans. What's that?
Demaglio's Twitch. Expect to see that.
There
it is.
There it is. Oh boy.
No surprises.
Never once. Not even once. Waves on Twitch. Just get him out of here. Right,
It's a shame. It's in the highlight video. I've said that so many times now.
Hey, we can make a new highlight video. One with Demaglio's Draven. There we go.
Demaglio's Draven.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so actually, there we go. Okay, so the Gravis Man. This is fairly smart now because Piccolo Jack, what does he have left? We've seen the Jarvan and the Lee Sin that have not been played to very good effect previously. So if he's forced back onto one of those and doesn't build like full tank, then not gonna work out very well for the Masked Penguins. There's not like a major temperament change in how he plays those champions. What I can't see, however, is if potentially he could pick Rek'Sai.
I wouldn't be surprised. Do the JLC special if you can't play anything else.
I was going to mention
all
that,
you gotta
but,
do
I
is
was
right-click
thinking,
someone to get a knockup.
I was thinking maybe, I'm not going to call it DLC, then you just did it for me. All right. So let's see, okay? Ari being hovered for Autumn Rain again, as well as the Lulu being taken for Sandwalker. That Lulu is a very good champion. Get that shield, get that Whimsy, get the Polymorph. So many things that Lulu can do. Just really good support right now. We'll see what they pick next.
Waiting for that next pick. The Ari, I'm expecting it to be locked in. I believe they're going to focus on their jungler. I don't know what he's going to look to take, especially since a lot of the tanks are banned out completely since they've just been reworked.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be very hard for Piccolo Jack's champion pool to pick something that can absorb a lot of damage.
I'd like to see a Rek'Sai or a Volibear, because I saw a montage of Volibear on Reddit. Now I'm thinking about Volibear. So let's see Ash, actually. Demaglia is showing his champion pool, having played a different AD carry in every single game so far.
Has he? Oh, he has. Draven,
Yeah.
Sivir, Lucian, and now Ash. Yeah, Demaglia, a very diverse champion pool.
So he has that engage, that go button with that Ash pick. Zed, Kha'Zix, lots of hovers coming out here. Mr. J-Jax having played that Orianna previously.
It's a great effect, mind you.
Yeah, it's a great effect. So we'll see what White Rod chooses if he goes for something like a tank or something that's a bit more of a diver, with that Ivern being banned away from him.
No,
Or they could make that another pick.
well, yeah, I think it's fine to hold off on your jungler for now, because
Yeah.
Jack's champion pool is way too punishable, as we've seen so far. So just hold it back. Try and pick something that exploits more picks, more lane matchups, and then you could just take whatever you want.
Yeah, definitely. So with the Lulu being picked for support, there's two lanes left. So they have the top lane and the jungler, and I feel like they're going to need some kind of front line of some kind, because with Ari, you gotta have something that's going to be in the way of the charms. Ari, something stopping Ari from just dashing in and killing everything. Alistar hover.
Oh, please, please.
Oh,
Make it happen.
Why not? Why not? Blitzcrank against Ezreal. Why not? It'll work great. Trust me. Nothing wrong at all. Nothing wrong.
If it grabs the Lulu, that's a different story.
That's it. That's true.
Okay, this
Hecarim.
hover's been here for quite some time now.
Well, maybe he's considering, or maybe he's showing us. Well, who knows? We'll know in 3 seconds.
Okay, it was a troll.
Okay.
Hecarim, though, I'm not sure I like that on Piccolo Jack.
So the thing is that on Hecarim, you only ever build that one damage item, which is a Trinity Force, and it just comes down to whether or not he's going to be effective at using that early game. He wasn't very effective on the Jarvan, wasn't really effective on the Lee Sin, and it carried over onto his build later. And with him building more damage items in the Jarvan game, that just exacerbated the problem. But provided that he can actually do the Hecarim thing and just probably can't top, honestly, then I can see this working out. I think Hecarim is a very solid champion of the same vein as Agragas. Just have to see how he plays it.
I think it's a very solid champion, but the way Piccolo Jack plays, we've seen him on these offensive junglers before, it just doesn't work for him. And now this is getting really scary. Red Flame Evolved gets the Gangplank, as well as White Raw on the Olaf. This is a very interesting draft that can have very devastating circumstances for the Mass Penguins.
This draft, essentially what it's saying, is it's a giant middle finger to Maglio, because they have two champions that can just at will remove CC from themselves. Ezreal with a dash, like that, you can't hit your ultimate onto like 3 of these people.
Yeah, that's actually that's demoralizing for Demaglio.
Well, he's more than just his ultimate, but that long range engage is very, very, very nice. Wisely leaving the top lane for the last pick on the side of the Master Penguins, as the top lane is by far the most volatile matchup and the one that decides the game, in all honesty.
Just give me the Fizz, come on.
I don't know if I'd like the Fizz.
Wow, he's going for it again.
This worse. I like this worse than the Fizz. No, I'd rather see the Fizz than this. I don't think that'll work. Okay, there's a certain logic to it. You're playing Udyr, you have this turtle stance, you can shield at will. You can block some of the party. The problem is that you're playing a very easily kiteable champion against someone who has access to, what, a 60% slow? Along with the ultimate, the cannon barrage. Not to mention the fact that you're going to be diving into a polymorph. I'm not sure how I feel about this dude. I just think that he is never going to get in range of Red Flame Evolved. If Red Flame Evolved plays it properly. So, I think I like Relegades. Masked Penguins. No, wait. I actually don't know. Wait, hold on.
I like
Relegades. I like Relegades.
For me, I have to like Relegades once again. Mr. J-Jax is very good on the Orianna. He showed it so well. Just 1v1 kills against Autumn Rain the last time he played it. And considering they've like looked to outright counter, you know, you're going to have a tidal wave. So what? Ragnarok. You're going to have the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. So what? Ragnarok. Charm. So what? Ragnarok. Pretty much. This gives White Raw so much potential to just go outright ham. He can be a ball delivery system if he wants to. I really like the Olaf pick, especially considering the comp that's drafted around it. And I have to give it to the Relegades this time around. I believe they're going to win it. Though I really do want a Game 5.
Game 5 will be quite entertaining here. See whether or not it comes to that, but then again, okay, every single time that we've predicted which team comp we favor, both of us vote for the same things every time, and then we always vote for the wrong team. So we've both said Relegades right here. So if the Caster Curse lives on, this will be going to be we'll see.
I just gotta vote for the one I want to lose.
Well, essentially, yeah. Oh boy. So, as far as matchups go, I think the mid lane matchup can swing either way. I do quite like the exhaust being taken by Mr. J-Jax. So we have two exhausts on the side of Relegades. They have the exhaust for Carafang's Udyr, potentially for Autumn Rain if he really far Spirit Rushes in, and also potentially for Piccolo Jack if he becomes a problem. So we have double threat exhaust here to stop these divers from getting onto the back line. My only concern here for the Relegades comp is that their only tank here is the Olaf. And Olaf is not going to really be peeling for you. Olaf's going to be diving the back line. And that's fine because there's a very, very immobile Demogorgon that's dependent on a CC that doesn't exist to White Rock. So that can be good for him, but he's unable to do that if he's just diving in and getting himself killed like happened several times on that Vi. They're going to be without a tank, they're going to be trying to follow up on him and getting some damage. I don't know if that can exactly work out here. It really depends on how well White Rock can play this Olaf.
Yeah, I have high hopes for it as long as he doesn't do what he, what you were just saying, what he did on that line. He went way too deep, way too many times, but this time he doesn't have the instant gap closer that put him in those bad situations. So I do believe that it's going to work out better for him. I do believe like when he gets in there, he has a lot of potential to just wreak havoc. And not only because it's an Olaf, but because they drafted the Lulu as well. If he gets deep enough, there's the the Wild Growth, knocks up quite a few people, toss in a Shockwave, and you got pure money along with the Cannon Barrage. So I don't know what to say. It looks really good for them.
Yeah, definitely. Although I'm interested to see what happens if KR Fangs gets ahead, because this Udyr running around in the back line just like being a general nuisance, even with the double exhaust, that's a sight to see. Especially since like he can reapply his stun every I want to ballpark like 5 seconds, and then the cooldown on Ragnarok and remove Scurvy being so high.
I kind of expect if the Masked Penguins win this, it's gonna be something. I feel it's gonna be like a ridiculous split push to come out from KR Fangs.
Yeah, he definitely was doing a lot of that towards the end of the last game. But the thing is that with the Gangplank, you can just annihilate the enemy split pushers' waves. Towards the end, Red Flame Evolved couldn't really duel KR Fangs because KR Fangs could, apply all this Roborg and the Trinity Force, and he was doing pretty well for himself in these duels, and not exactly the most wave clear coming out of Red Flame Evolved Shen. So But now with the gangplank in the equation, it may be less effective. We'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna find out soon enough. Let us know who you think is gonna win this, Masked Penguins or Relegades Incorporated. The reverse sweep or just the complete shutdown, actually. But we're gonna find out soon enough as we get into this game. By the way, Spark, I'm sorry to alert you of this, but
Oh boy, I've seen.
you suck.
Yep. It's an ever-pleasant Twitch chat, and now we see the Doran Shield start out of Samano. Automatically going to be opting for the Doran's Blade. See if they're doing any type of invade here, potentially. Don't think so.
I actually really like the Doran Shield on Ezreal. That really just allows you to stall out as much as you can and go get the tier, have your really safe early to mid game, and then once you get that spike, run rampant with it.
You also have to consider like the trading patterns of whoever you're up against, because the Spectre's capital effect of the Orange Shield regenerating health after having taken it, it's not only applying like basic attacks, it's just all damage in general. So Ashe tends to, use the volley from behind from the wave and then just hit you with it, and okay, some of your health's gone. And Nami walking up hits you with an auto attack maybe, and then the ebb and flow to trade. But after that, not really the all-in situation you'd otherwise see in maybe like a Leona lane or something. So that's very effective there to help you sustain this lane on a champion that's already very, very, very safe as Ezreal. An interesting start from White Rock, actually getting a little bit of help from Mr. Jackson. Yeah, I believe Mr. Jackson helped him out a bit. And starting the Raptors. So
yeah, that's gonna be a dead giveaway though for the team of Relegades Incorporated.
Well, do they really know though? I don't believe that any of them showed up late to the lane, did they? They didn't fake a late start?
I mean, for Demogalio and Axisol, they took a while to actually help Piccolo Jack out to get the healthy start.
Oh yeah. The same information goes both ways though, because if none of the side of Relegades did a fake being late to lane, then the side of Masked Penguins should be able to surmise that when Rod did that rapid start, especially since Mr. J Jack showed up with a little bit less mana than normal. I don't know if they've actually seen this, but we're gonna have to see. And the Doran Shield start again from Red Flame Evolved, having that heal and bullying out here things.
Oh, really bullying him. That chunk of health was nasty.
It was. Interestingly, a 500 gold lead on the side of Relegades.
It's actually more
not great
interesting
crashed.
that Samano's not playing Lucian.
Oh, that's true. What's up? Wasn't it? I don't know, actually. Weird. I'm wondering if he's going to opt for the Iceborne Gauntlet, or potentially, or if he's going to go for like the standard Infinity Force.
I imagine
He wants
it's
more
gonna be
damage.
Trinity.
Because oh wow.
Red Flame caught out, trying to turn it around onto KR Fangs. Does a lot of damage to KR Fangs, but has to flash away ultimately. Now Piccolo Jack wants to kill off Red Flame. This could be first blood, and Piccolo Jack pulls it off. White Raw trying to pull off a kill of his own, unable to pick up Autumn Rain.
That's what I'm talking about. This Hecarim, just go top and screw the top laner. Hecarim's so good at that, goodness. And now Piccolo Jack making himself useful in the defensive junglers.
And wow, Piccolo Jack, this is a completely different player. He's actually making things happen on the map this early.
Oh, Kara Fangs. Oh wow, he actually traded so... What?
He traded
Wait, that was
really
two
well.
auto attacks. That was two auto attacks. I swear that unless I counted wrong, that was a stun and that was the Q, along with the corrupting potion.
Is he going to turn this around? He's very close to turning it around, but that was a lot of healing to come out of Red Flame as he used to remove Scurvy.
He has flash. He has flash.
KR Fangs, ooh, uses the turtle stance to great effectiveness in order to survive.
Oh my goodness, very, very, very low. Making a wise decision to back out though, but if he had just had a little bit more mana, being able to access that Q, he could have Q, flash, autoed, and that would have been the end of Red Flame.
Yeah. That would have been huge for KR Fangs and just devastating for Red Flame to be that far behind. But we do see the teleport coming out from KR. He's actually in a great spot right now. And this could be disastrous for Red Flame Evolved. He's looking pretty caught out. KR Fangs using the bear stance, trying to catch up to Red Flame. That's a huge chunk of health gone. He even takes the barrel and takes the life out of Red Flame Evolved.
I'm very. Does Red Flame Evolved not have a point in his W? He does.
He does, because he used it.
He must use it to heal, didn't he?
Yeah.
Used it to heal. Okay. I was wondering. Okay, so he didn't have access to that remove scurvy, getting chased down by KR Fangs, and KR Fangs 1-0-1. Got himself those kills, and he's going to push in this wave and have, well, okay, still 15 CS down, but that's on the point, okay? Point is, he killed him, finally.
Yeah. Finally getting the better of Red Flame Evolved. Though he did in the first game do really well with the Fizz. He's been on a losing lane streak over the last 2 games.
Yep. But 0-2 is Red Flame Evolved. Definitely feeling the pressure here on that Gangplank. Now, both double Dorans coming out on both mid laners, interestingly.
And very interesting as well, it seems KR Fangs taking the cloth armor, most likely looking to pick up the Ninja Tabby quite early, which will be pretty effective against Red Flame, especially in this early game.
Yeah, I really like that, actually. That's a good build path. The Trinity Force is definitely better in this situation than the Black Cleaver I recommended earlier, since there's not Red Flame Evolved is not really playing a tank. So I do like the Trinity Force he is probably going for here. Piccolo Jack around the bot side, see if he can make something happen. Oh, gonna be moving towards mid.
Yeah, he wants a piece of Mr. J-Jax. He's got the open area for it. He's going for it. The ghost is used. Can the charm land? And it does! Is Mr. J-Jax dead? He is! And there's the cannon barrage, but it does absolutely nothing to prevent the death of the mid laner.
A Piccolo Jack, this guy, 66% kill participation, responsible for 2 of the kills on the side of
repeating decimal.
Masked Penguins. Just actually able to make a difference now on the second. Maybe he's found his champion.
Yeah, maybe this is what he needed all along. He does have the Sheen, and it's very important that he gets going early, because having to build Trinity Force in a role like jungling, which doesn't get that much gold income, if he can get rolling early, it is great for him.
Yeah, definitely the snowball. Getting that Trinity Force as early as possible will be so helpful for the side of the Masked Penguins. And now Demaglio pushing in some mana. CS is just about even. A little bit of an advantage for Demaglio.
You know, honestly, I'm pretty surprised that Piccolo Jax finished his Piccolo Jax. Putting them together as one person now. I'm pretty surprised he actually finished his jungle item. Usually you don't see that out of Hecarim's. Early at least.
Yeah, that is true. Then again, the Stalker's Blade active is quite nice to have. I do quite like Chilling Smite. It's roughly 650 gold, I believe, right? So...
Oh! The Enchanted Crystal Arrow lands. Samano is taking so much punishment. Now they're moving on to Sandwalker in a bubble! What a huge bubble to come out of Axisol! Piccolo Jack, what in the world happened to you?
Well, you know, I have no idea. I have no words. Wow, this is such a different player than the one we've seen so far. And now, 0-4, 9 minutes in. That's a 1k gold lead for the Masked Penguins. KR Fangs still getting being 30 CS down though.
They're looking like they're on their way for the reverse sweep. It looks like a game 5 is very likely.
Oh goodness. And now trying to take that dragon, see if they can do it. I only boots in the city actually first and from they will take down the dragon. Ionian boots first so that you can get access to that undertow more often. Have that perma slow, but not really doing much with it so far. Mostly just being mostly just farming. Not really able to make any of these ganks work.
Yeah, White Raw's effectiveness has been abysmal so far. And Piccolo Jack, goodness gracious.
Yeah, thanks. Trying to get a little bit of a trade. Wow, you can visibly see his health. I didn't think it was that much damage. Wow.
It is. It's a lot. Especially getting those 2 early kills, while 1 kill, 1 assist. It's helped him be able to do big things in this lane. But he is still down a lot of CS, which actually has the gold in favor of Red Flame.
Yep, that is definitely true. I think that's Trinity Force components of both of the top laners. Oh, but getting the Rift Herald is what they're doing right now.
No way.
Yes, please.
The first Rift Herald of the series that the Masked Penguins are going to pick up.
Let's see if they can put it to better use than the Relegades, because Relegades not really doing terribly much with it. And previous, like I want to see like a 3-tower push with Herald. Okay, that's incredible. That's very possible. If you do like a 5-man push or something.
Well, you got to get like a pretty big wave to make that one happen.
But waves build up for themselves when the enemy team is dead. All you gotta do is just kill everybody and then all your problems are solved. So Red Flame Evolved actually getting this cull. Gonna be getting even more gold value in this top lane. Gonna be stacking and stacking as that gangplank. White Raw again, making his way towards middle lane, not able to make anything happen though. Automatically was actually building Bork first. I've not been in touch with the Ashe build in a while because I haven't played Ashe myself since the Bork changes. I believe that it's something like Bork.
I think it's like
Runon's Black Cleaver.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay. So they're probably going for that build right there, able to shred tanks, squishies, like give them movement speed as well to kite around. So it's probably a pretty good build honestly, because White Raw is going to be just diving onto him and having that health is pretty helpful.
Ooh, and it's interesting watching Demoglio get the better of this bot lane. Especially considering that Samano did have his Lucian up.
Yeah, I'm not really going for that lane dominant Lucian they displayed for us previously.
Oh, Piccolo Jack, once again, a flash over a wall. It is successful, but the hunt is still on as Piccolo Jack wants Red Flame Evolved. Red Flame Evolved is running critically low, but he's able to get to his teammates. Now Piccolo Jack falls. KR Fangs on the run now. True Shot Barrage whiffs, but that's a double kill picked up for White Raw.
Oh, that's just really tragic. Kind of a miscommunication there as well from Piccolo Jack. Piccolo Jack being a little bit overzealous, going for the onslaught of shadows and then the pushback with his E, but kind of out of the range of KR Fang, so couldn't get the stun off right away. And now Red Flame Evolved and White Raw are going to be trying to get this top lane tower. It looks like they're going to be able to get it.
Yup, they are going to get it, and that's, ooh, this is a bad situation for Jax. Jax trying to turn this around completely with the shockwave, and that's the end of Jax. The auto finishes them off.
Solo kill for Autumn Rain. 2-0, now making Mr. J Jax 0-2. White Raw, the only person on the side of Relegades with the kill.
We see Demoglio and Axisol really putting the pressure onto this bot lane.
That they are. Demoglio having a 220 CS lead. That's a lot of people.
Permissions.
And I feel like one of the biggest things when it came to this matchup was just the fact that, like, in that top lane gank, it should have been cut and paste, real easy, straightforward. You burned the flash. That was enough to be successful. They wanted more, and they paid for it quite a bit, but they are going to get 2 towers on the Rift Herald.
Not the Herald. No, I just want to see, dude. I just want to see a tower get taken down. Come on. Alright, well, rest in peace, Rift Herald. And well.
KR Fangs and deleted his Soundwalker.
I don't know it's going to land, but not going to do much.
Ooh, that's a good shockwave position. Too bad it's not up. Piccolo Jack choosing to go in after White Raw. White Raw gonna use the blast pan, is pretty safe.
He is. Right. Oh, he's on the fan. Alright. So Tank's coming out towards the middle lane, trying to get this mid lane tower. They probably can't actually. Wait, Relegades are not responding. They can't alter this.
What in
They have two members of the team balling. President Evolve is farming grunts.
And they're still able to continue the push. They're gonna get a good chunk onto this tower,
And he's
possibly
still
half
alive.
health.
Wait,
Half health falling even lower. They have to use the cannon barrage to stop it.
two ultimates to stop them from that push and just very sloppily responded to by the Relegades.
Now the Relegades. Are we gonna start having the rumors in Ascension eSports that they were paid off?
Maybe, who knows? And this project is going to be taken by Masked Penguins. No response from the side of the Relegades, it looks like. We'll be going over.
Possibly that last game might have been the tilt maker.
Maybe so. Meanwhile, 2-6, 16 minutes in. That is a 1k gold lead for the side of the Masked Penguins. There's a very, very gross CS lead for Red from Evolved over KR Fangs thus far. So he's still doing pretty alright for himself. He's got that Trinity Force while KR Fangs only has components. Piccolo Jack has just finished this as well. It appears that White Raw's going for the Black Cleaver now. So he's going to be able to get that movement speed when hitting somebody, and going to be able to shred people's armor as well. So I'm actually familiar with Olaf builds. I don't know if you're supposed to build damage check after center.
There's only one Olaf build I know, and that's Righteous Glory.
Righteous, oh man, Righteous, heck yes. Oh,
White Raw steals it, and now he wants to steal the life of Piccolo Jack. There goes the Ragnarok, but he's able to get away. Has White Raw bitten off more than he could chew? The answer is yes, as KR Fangs deletes him.
little hasty on the Enchanted Crystal arrow there, but it's alright. They got him anyways. It's also 100 seconds cooldown, so it's really not that long. Very good on them. Now getting that kill onto White Raw, shutting him down. Mind, I'm pretty sure they got a bounty off that, right? Bounty on 2 kills.
I don't even remember. I don't think it was a shutdown.
I don't remember. I know it's like 3 kills. It is. I'm not sure if a double kill makes you have a bounty. Though. But anyways, they're getting gold off that. Still gonna be a 1k gold lead, and now they're looking to get this toppling tower, which they're not responding to. Relegades are not responding to this.
They're not responding to it. Instead, they're looking to push the mid. Autumn Rain is there to try and prevent something, but it's only 1 member versus 3.
He could defend this if he was on the other side, but he's way too far. He shouldn't be flanking at all.
Oh, he's still going in for it.
It's fine.
Wow. Very ballsy play to come out of Autumn Rain.
Mr. J-Jack's very low off the tower hits. And that's a free tower for the Masked Penguins. 3-1 in towers. That's a 2k gold lead for them. It was about.
You gotta give it to Autumn Rain. Here comes Piccolo Jack using the ghost. And just...
That's a little unfortunate.
Oh, Shockwave goes out, but there's a bubble, and down goes Mr. J-Jax. Sandwalker able to flash away just in time. And there we see the teleport use Red Flame. I don't think he'll be able to get close enough to that one. But
very nice flash by Demaglio, dodging the command Shockwave.
But let's go back a second. Piccolo Jack, why do you have to play so well after having such a lackluster performance for the entire series, and then just go back to it out of nowhere?
It was almost looking good, you know. You're playing Hacker, and you want to get that E off, except your polymorph. It's okay. I'll just wait at the polymorph. Except now you're in the middle of 4 people, so then you're dead. It's just a little unfortunate, but I'm sure he's learned a lesson.
He's learned a lesson today.
There's something we have learned. Port completed by Demaglio.
3 members.
I just love Lumiere. It's just like split pushing all day, and then when people come, you just laugh at them and run away. It's wonderful.
You gotta flash the mastery too. And that's what he's doing. There's 2 members that have to deal with him bot lane because he could just uncontested push.
Yeah. Red from Evolve just choosing to ignore him entirely and not have to deal with that. Just going to other lanes and farming. 60 gold, 60 CS lead for Red Team Evolved over Carafangs though.
Surprisingly enough, though, even though this game looks like it's way in favor of the Masked Penguins, it's really not. It's just a 2k gold lead at 20 minutes, and there goes the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Carafangs goes in, Tidal Wave goes off, it forces Samano to flash away, still goes down. Piccolo Jack wants Mr. Jax, gets Shockwave back in, it drops. Now KR Fangs too low on health to continue that fight. But that is a 1-for-1. It's gonna be a 1-for-2 as KR Fangs flashes the wall just in time. And still a 1-for-1.
You can't, it's just Udyr just gets out of everything. So that's a 1-for-1 ultimately. But lots of blinking red health bars on the side of the Relegades, way around nearly being taken down there. It's a little unfortunate that Masked Penguins didn't get more, but it's something. Both sides, even.
Yeah, it is something. Could have been more. Piccolo Jack getting a little bit too feisty.
Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about this build order from Modern Rain. He appears to have built the Luden Zeka before he built the Morello's Nomicon. Morello and Nomicon.
Interesting. It's worked out for him so far, so I guess you can't really criticize it too much.
Has he really built it that way all series? Because I don't know. I swear he hasn't. Huh. But he's hard now, though. Yeah.
Let's see. Piccolo Jack trying to set up a flank. They actually want Demoglio. Demoglio's pretty lonely right now, but he will back off just in time. White Raw catching nothing. Dragon spawns soon.
Yoma's Ghostblade and Trinity Force finished by Red Team Evolved. He still doesn't have boots. He's very slow pirate, but it hasn't really been terrible. It hasn't been terrible for him so far because he hasn't died since those early 2 kills, like 10 minutes ago. That was a long time. He hasn't died in a long time. But he's slowly just accumulating power here.
So KR Fangs built a wave in the top lane, then recalled. Good movement coming out, looking to cause that 6th man to push the tower down. Here comes the arrow and it whiffs, but still Piccolo Jack wants to go in. They want Jackson, they are gonna get him as he falls to Autumn Rain. That's 1 picked up for the price of nothing, and they're gonna get a dragon for it.
Yep. They're gonna get himself that Ocean Dragon, and top wave is gonna be cleared by Red Team Evolved, looks like, or something's gonna clear it anyways. But they will get themselves that dragon. Hopefully they'll be able to translate to something else. That bombing tower is actually fairly low. Not gonna go for it just yet. Let's see. I'm picking up some stuff. Automate actually finishing his Morello Nomicon, so he now has the 2 staple items of playing already.
Yeah, so far the Masked Penguins look really good. There was one thing I was mentioning, and that's, it looks like they're really ahead in this game. They're not that ahead. They're still suffering from minor things here and there. For example, like the Flame Horizon that's going on in the top lane. Stuff like that has made them not as dominant as they should be.
You should watch Red Team Evolved's inventory right now. That man's sitting on 2.7K.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness.
I expected him to get boots instead of that.
I didn't even realize he had a call.
I expected the boots, not gonna lie. Like roughly 1,000 gold for the boots and then 1,300 for the BF sword. He's still a very slow pirate. Hasn't killed him yet though. So you know as they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Or makes you get out of playoffs.
That's it. Red Team Evolved is just like refusing to be in the same lane as KR Fangs. I swear.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very strong deer, though.
Very strong deer. I actually think he's more of a tiger. But
I would say, more of a bear.
more of a bear? Yeah, you know, sometimes.
Bear turtle. Ooh, Enchanted Crystal Arrow lands, and they're gonna go right after Jackson! He's getting deleted! Manages to survive for now. White Raw goes down instead, but so does Jax. This is looking huge. Demoglio flashes forward, says, I want to be the new TSM. But still, that's 2 for 1 in favor of the Masked Penguins.
That was a little unfortunate. It almost worked out for him, you know, but he got exhausted as soon as he flashed in by Sandwalker, and It wasn't quite able to make it happen, but they will be able to make this tower happen. So
Yeah, it's another
1 for 2
tower
and a
right
tower.
there. And they need to keep that momentum up if they want to win this game, because there still is a lot of threat on the side of Relegades Incorporated. You can't undermine them just yet. What a beautiful double bubble.
Not much going to come out of it, unfortunately.
It does
Piccolo
prevent them
Jack's
from
gonna
going
help
harder on
himself
Jack,
to Red
though.
Buff. Yeah. Runa's going to be completed by Demaglio. Now he's going to work on the Black Cleaver most likely. Wow.
Did Carafangs really do that much damage under the tower?
Yep. Oh, but healing up a lot is Red Flame Evolved. What is the health? Wait. You don't have an Ocean Drake? Confused. That was a lot
Hacker.
of health.
Carafangs is going to heal up a lot too, as he does have
Yeah.
double Ocean. Carafangs spotting out Sandwalker and just wanted to say hello.
Yep. Say hello from the other side, even. Yeah? No? Okay. So redemption
You tried,
not
you tried,
finished.
you tried.
Yep, I did.
I'll let it slide.
Alright, thank you. Thank you for allowing me. So redemption finished by Axisol. Not quite finished on. Actually, no. Sandwalker's going for Ardent Sensor, I think. Yes, I too read the chat.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was so bad though. Like, how am I supposed to not
It's
laugh at it?
something. Destin would never forgive me if I didn't make it go for the opportunity.
Yeah. Put him in a timeout.
Okay, so lots of armor items finished by Carafangs. That's one tanky deer, and he is going to try and split push with all of his might. Red Flame Revolved is now actually going to be in the same lane as Carafangs once he was like.
Oh, I noticed that Carafangs does not like to build magic resist at all. He gets that armor item, goes straight for another.
Oh, to be fair, Mr. J-Jax is doing that.
Oh, yeah, that is
Mr.
fair.
J-Jax
But
is
the
just
last
gonna get
game,
picked on.
he wasn't that far behind. He's still
Oh,
in
yeah.
full armor.
Yeah.
Last game was a comeback. He just wants armor.
Mr. J-Jax is kind of being picked on though. And Mafio really, I need to compliment his arrow accuracy because he's standing out until priority comes. Okay, he hasn't ulted White Raw or Red Flame Evolved once, I don't think, because otherwise, I'm pretty sure I've seen him ult Samano and Mr. J-Jax a lot. He's been able to hit these pretty well.
Ooh, is this Miracle gonna go out?
I think they're going to be baiting it, and that's a smart move with the long range engage that they have from Mafio's ultimate.
But there is vision on it. And look at KR Fangs. Oh, goodness.
Ooh.
Ooh, Red Flame starting to return it, though, with chains of barrels, and there is a huge pickup for Red Flame!
This is what happens when you don't build boots, okay? You don't build boots, and then suddenly you have an Infinity Edge as 27 minutes as third item. Goodness. It's actually loaded on items, like Trinity Force, Yomu's, Zeal, and Infinity Edge at 28 minutes. This man is farming so well. The Flame Horizon we've already talked about. And along with the gold he just gets for being Gangplank. Goodness.
Yeah, and this takes off a lot of pressure for Relegades Incorporated.
Okay, Red Flame Evolved is level 17. He's level 17 at 28 minutes. Over Carafangs at level 14. He is 3 levels up over his landing partner. 2 levels up of the highest level player on Masked Penguins. So the perma split push is working out for him.
And oh my goodness, Piccolo Jack getting chunked out. If they fight this, they need to fight very carefully. They need to be careful of those barrels, more specifically.
Deadman's play is built onto Carafangs though, so he's a very fast deer. Just running around, doing a little circuit in the pit.
Big standoff coming in. They are going to go after this drag. A lot of damage onto that drag. The barrels are up, instantly taken down. KR Fangs wants to make something big happen. A lot of tension here. We could have a
Autumn
fight.
Rain is coming though.
Yeah, Autumn Rain has made it. And there it is. The Dragonfall's really low, picked up on the side of the Masked Penguins. So much damage onto the Masked Penguins. They managed to take out White Raw. And look at that. Piccolo Jack able to get out before the Shockwave catches him.
Wow, there's so much damage from the cannon barrage. Oh, Autumn Rain nearly hitting that. Oh,
they need to be
goodness.
so careful because Red Flame can cause a lot of trouble for them. But look at KR. He ran straight to that tower.
Oh my goodness, and it's already gone. And again, Relegades not responding. This inhibitor is going to go down. It's already half. Carefang's on it, and they've got the inhibitor.
They do have a potential flank, though. It's actually the flank onto Samano they need to be worried about. Samano gets caught out and dropped! And now Sandwalker trying to run for his life, flashes over the wall. He's not going to be safe, though. Here comes the deer, here comes the bony, and there goes your life.
That's the entire bot lane of Relegades being taken down. There's just no respect there, just staying around far longer than they had any right to. And you can see the lack of engage on the part of Relegades really showing here. The only thing they have is White Rock, who win and then died, and then you have Red Flame Evolved, who has this Cannon Barrage. And the Cannon Barrage was already used to get them low in the first place.
Man, what in the world is going on with this series? It looked like Relegades were just gonna take this single-handedly with one single sweep of 3 wins, and now suddenly Masked Penguins look unstoppable.
Yeah, definitely playing very well here. But triple Ocean Dragon. All right, well, I respect it.
True Shot Barrage spots out the Baron attempt. It's not even that low yet, and there goes the arrow. Autumn looking to catch White Raw. White Raw is going to run out of Ragnarok. Gets caught out, and that's a dead White Raw, but that's a dead Pony as well. KR Fangs in the backside, looking to pick up Samano. Samano drops to Autumn Rain. Now Red Flame, he can't make it happen again, as there's way too many members of the Masked Penguins.
We'll be all right, and looks like that'll be a 1 for 3. They can try for this Baron, I guess. KR Fangs is very tanky, but they don't have a smite. But it doesn't matter because they have full vision of the enemy team of Relegades. This is going to be free.
Yeah, and a bot lane turret will be picked up as well as the Baron.
And there it is.
You know, the funny part is Red Flame is getting close to the double Flame Horizon at this point.
That he is, actually. Oh my goodness. I kind of actually really want to see this happen. That's what I want to see.
It could. He's a monster at farming. He has more farm.
Oh, he's going for the top wave. He's going for the top wave.
Oh my goodness.
There it is. There it is. How many minutes is it in there? Like 20? Oh. Back and by on the side of the Masked Penguins. Dramatically actually going to be going for the Infinity Edge over the Black Cleaver. I like that. I do think that's a better option, honestly. Doesn't really need the Black Cleaver at this stage. If he can't get the IE, then that's good for him.
My goodness. I just can't get over his farm, though. He's farming at like somewhere between 11 and 12 minions per minute in game. Ash Arrow shot up, not gonna land onto anything, but there is pressure onto that tower. There goes the double barrel, doesn't land onto anything. Red Flame is a little bit caught here in no man's land. This should be the end of Red Flame Evolved. Meanwhile, Autumn Rain takes the tower. Red Flame gonna drop. Doesn't matter how much you farm. If you can't do anything with the cash, then this will be Masked Penguins' game.
How are you supposed to double Flame Horizon if he's dead?
And White Raw, goodness.
That's the thing, he's got that Black Cleaver, but it's not really helping him because he can't do damage when he's dead. Oh goodness.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's nearly fully built too. That's gonna be the final inhibitor going down. Triple inhibs means this game is coming to its close.
On to the Nexus Towers. There's 3 waves of Baron empowered minions. See if Relegades can make any type of last stand. Oh goodness.
There's no way in hell. Look at that turret.
Gotta go now. They have to do something.
It's not gonna happen. Shockwave lands on 5, but it's only for looks as the game is taken by the Masked Penguins.
7-19, 10k gold in 34 minutes. That's a very solid win. Unlike the last game, it looks like they were, you know, it looks like the Relegades through, but this game, Masked Penguins were in this driver's seat the whole time. Piccolo Jack ganking top, getting right from the low behind, knowing where to pressure this time, getting Mr. J Jax behind as well. Very well played by him to actually get his team ahead, and I'd like to see him on the second one again.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Piccolo Jack. I completely apologize for my insolence. Your Hecarim looked great. You did a great job in the early game getting your team ahead. What a display to come out of Piccolo Jack. And I can't believe we've made it to Game 5, Spark.
That we have. And with Game 5, as we all know, we will have these silver scrapes for your enjoyment.
But before we get to that, we gotta get to damage charts. Calm down.
That's
Jump the gun yet.
You know, I was so excited, dude. You know.
Look at Red Flame. He did so much damage. He did so much work there. There was no...
That's just the feel of that right there. It's just all
that was
dude.
terrible.
Goodness. Wasn't able to apply any of it at all. As Gangplank, you tend to get a lot of extraneous damage as it is. His Cannon Barrage, if anything, did like most of the work, honestly.
Yeah, it did a lot of work. It was very effective, but not effective enough because just the monstrosity known as KR Fangs caused so much havoc around that entire game.
Definitely doing so much, but ultimately, Mouse Penguins will take the victory.
Yeah, and on that note, now it's time for the Silver Scrapes. As we start heading towards Game 5, we will see you soon as we find out who takes it when we return. Relegades Incorporated or Masked Penguins?
Peter!